Where?
I want a haircut.
The president's in town.
We don't care. We need a haircut. We need to go across town.
Robert, in Cosmopolis, you play a cold-blooded, icy billionaire master of the universe. Is it important to have any kind of sympathy for this man in playing him?
Yeah, I had complete sympathy for him. Mainly because I thought it was really funny at the beginning. I never thought of him as a cold guy. I just thought he was kind of, you know, I would like to know someone like that in reality. He's just uncompromising with everything.
Where's your car?
We can't seem to find it.
I'd offer you a ride.
I couldn't. Absolutely. I know you work en route.
Everyone around him, he just wants to test them the whole time. It's like, come on, get up. Like, he gives people infinite chances, but yeah, on the surface it seems like, you know, he's just sort of jaded to the point of like non-existence. But yeah, I liked him a lot.
He's really disconnected himself from life as most people live it. He's been very successful as a sort of financial wizard, and that has, in the movie, functions on the level of incredible abstraction, computerized abstraction, philosophy that's very abstract, and so he's disconnected from humanity. Basically, that's really his disease.
There's a sense in the book and in the film that kind of lifestyle, that kind of wealth and power, insulates you to the point where you go kind of nuts and you're sort of disconnected from the rest of the world. Is that something you've ever worried about in your own life?
Isolation you get a little bit worried about. And also, you're quite quick to judge people, but for whatever reason, I don't really, like, I don't know, I don't really feel it affecting me that much. But you do feel, like there was a scene when we were doing Samantha Morton, there's a riot outside, and there are about 200 extras, and they told them to try and flip over the limo. And they were really trying to do it, and we were doing this scene inside, and it was so easy to ignore them. I was thinking when all these real riots were going on, how people, there's no effect. You could have 1 million people rioting, and the people in the office are just like, oh, just turn off the TV.
We've been married only weeks. Barely weeks.
Everything's barely weeks. We have minutes to live.
We don't want to start counting the times, do we? And having solemn discussions on the subject.
No, we want to do it.
And we will. We shall.
We want to have it.
Sex.
Yes. Because there isn't time not to have it. Time is a thing that grows scarcer every day. What, you don't know this?
In this movie, you have a character who appears in absolutely every scene, and that's really unusual. Even movies with huge stars rarely have that star in every single scene of the movie. So I needed someone who was proven to be charismatic, somebody that you could watch endlessly, who would constantly be revealing different aspects of this character. There's a lot of dialogue in the movie. It requires someone who can really give that dialogue its spin, its sensuality, its textural value, and not just be bland. And I had seen other movies besides Twilight that Rob had done, and I really was convinced that he would be terrific.
I always thought when I was doing the Twilight series, but whenever I had another one to shoot after, I always had kind of a constant safety net. But you realize quite quick, like, well, not quite quick, after a while, that having that safety net is probably one of the worst things you can have in your head, because if you want to be any kind of artist, because that's defies the whole point of doing it. Coming out now, when nothing else is in the cinema, apart from like superhero movies and stuff, I think I was a little bit worried about it coming out now. But like at the same time, it's kind of cool that That's the like it's the 1%, but in a good way. Like, I mean, it's the 1% which isn't like in the entertainment industry. The 99% is the equivalent of the 1%.